Merry Christmas, everyone. It's Christmas Eve morning, and it's very cold outside, and I'm standing on the inside of my front door, and this is how we welcome our guest in. And so please come in and take a moment and enjoy my Christmas lights. I didn't put up as many as I did last year, but I did have my foot in a tendon boot and I was working a little slower than normal, but I hope you enjoy it. Um, we love Christmas. This is a piano that my parents bought for my sister and I in 1957. I was 7 years old. And we took piano lessons for a couple years. My dad played by ear basically all of his life. And as a young man, he also played saxophone. And he and a couple buddies started a little trio. And he sold in 1939 when he and my mother got married. He sold his saxophone, but he always wanted a piano, and so he used us as his excuse. But this is a cable piano. I still have the original receipt somewhere, and it was $600. That was a lot in 1957. But it was handed down to me, I think because my sister just didn't want it. And when you're the last kid, you're the last one to be asked. So I was asked and said, yes, please. And so it becomes my center point here. And then I have all of my bears and little mementos that I've kept over the years. I love making wreaths. The taffeta that is around it is musical fabric, and it's Silent Night, which is absolutely my favorite Christmas music. Lots of Santas, Victorian. I love Victorian. Of course, you have to have a Tigger. And this bear is a Humphrey bear. It's from 1989. I don't think you can quite see but he has a battery inside. And if you count, that's 33 years. The bear still has a heartbeat, which amazes me. I keep saying if I ever have to have a pacemaker put in, I want whatever battery Humphrey has inside of him. And this is Mrs. Buzzy. I've had her for years. I made the scarf. It's a knitted scarf and keeps her warm in the winter. But she sits here with her Minnie Mouse hat on. I have a few trees. This is a Victorian tree. It has all of the Mickey ornaments. These are Mickey Lennox ornaments. They're a little expensive. My sister bought them for me for 20 years running. Every Christmas they come out with a different one. And they're just a joy for me. I save the box, and it's a real procession for me to take them out, and I put them chronologically. Some of us are anal, and then some of us are me. And so I do them from the oldest down the bottom are the newest ones, and also the sand dollars came from a beach just north of Amelia Island. It's called Jekyll Island, and they were having a storm, and we went out and picked up the sand dollars. I didn't realize that there were actually I'm pleading ignorance, but I should have known that there actually are little creatures inside of it. But I pulled these out, and then we had them on our back porch of our hotel room, and the birds all kept coming and trying to carry them off. And I thought, what's the deal? Rick said, well, there are living things inside of there that are probably dead by now. So anyway, that long story short, when you get a sand dollar, there is a creature who was inside and gave its life so that you could enjoy it. And I respect that. Rick's mom made these beautiful little fans. She took lace and then soaked them in starch and made some pretty ornaments. She sent me 3 many years ago, and she's no longer with us, but I love the fact that she included us in her there. And again, the wreath is all old roses. So pretty. And then if I can just come here and turn you around. My little buddy sits here and waits for Christmas. He thinks he's going to get to see Santa coming in, because there's the sleigh and some lovely sound. My friend gave me these, and I like to have things that people gave me, and I put them out with great delight each year. Another friend gave me this angel, and she changes colors. My mother-in-law made this star crocheted, and I've had my Mickey train set here. I hope you can see him. It's Mickey and Pluto and Minnie and Donald, and Goofy, of course, is bringing up the rear. My Christmas cactus I had to bring inside because of the freeze. We love Mickey Mouse, and even worked for Mickey Mouse for a bit. As you can see, he's my pal, Mickey Mouse. Lots of Mickey plates, lots of mementos over the years. I think you can see that says 1988. We've been going to Disney since 1982. Like I said, we did far less this year than I have in years past. I was just finding boxes yesterday, and I went, oh my goodness, I didn't even put this out. This is Ted and Ed. I've had Ted and Ed for, well, let's see, 1985. Actually, he was 85, and he was in 1983, so he's coming up on 40 years old. And they are Santa's helpers every year, which I think is very nice of them with their busy schedule. This is one of Rick's favorites, is this Santa. And he's fiber optics. And he used to have a wheel inside that worked, and he would turn, and it would really give a great display. More trees and more wreaths. And I had a friend many years ago. Oh, this is really going back. Probably 1974 maybe, who made those for me, and Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus are crocheted. And of course, Santa has stopped by our house because we are adults and we have self-control and can wait to open our presents. He didn't have to keep them hidden in his sleigh for ever and ever. Many years we had live trees, many. And a few years ago we decided to get a silk tree. And I have to say, you just don't get the same beautiful fragrance, but it sure is nicer to be able to pull it out November 1st. And because of my foot, I was able to start decorating early and just do it in small pieces. And so that worked very well. My sister made Samantha, that's the doll, and gave me Mickey and Minnie. She knows I love them. And I will show you, this is a needle point I did. It's actually a petty point. And so there's 18 holes in each direction. So you really have to have good eyesight to do this. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and even the little mouse was asleep. Again, I have many more ornaments and so many more things I just didn't put up this year. I love using these bows. I've had this ribbon for right about 35 years, and every year I take the 24 bows apart. It's just a easy peasy. Someday, if you'd like, I will show you how to make a very simple bow in a traditional way, not the way a florist should know how to make a bow. I don't mean to sound critical, but so many designers and florists in today's world have wired ribbon, and they don't really need to have the skill of how to make a bow. If you consider it a skill, I do. Their handwork, if you have to know how to do handwork if you're a florist. If you're doing hand-tied bouquets, or if you're doing bridal bouquets, or you're doing any work that really needs a little more talent than the bows that you can pull a string and make a bow. More Santas, as you can see. And again, a friend made these stockings for me. I think probably 1982, so they're a good 40 years old. I was going through my bear stage at that point. My wine rack is full behind my bear apron, and because it is supposed to drop to 30 degrees, I had to bring in all of my plants and all of my worms. I won't go over there for you, but anyway, I wanted to share this with you. I know we're almost to Christmas, and I hope everyone has a very safe and blessed Christmas this year. And from our house to your house, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. It was so nice that it was on a weekend this year. And this little girl has been with me since the beginning. She's a good 40 years old, and she sits in a very favorite box all year long, and then she comes out and treats us with her presence. So may I say that I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, healthy, happy New Year, and I hope you'll come back and see me again real soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.